Hi guys, welcome back to our channel.
Pues ya al chile.
Al grano, güey, al grano.
Al grano.
¿De qué vamos a hablar?
Today we're gonna talk about favoritism between men and women.
Specifically in the Latino community. Because
Yo de allá por las Europas porque pues I'm from there. Obvio, pues tengo mi cultura. But I'm gonna listen to these Mexicans. I'm not sorry, Mexican and Salvadorian.
A ver, chicos y chicas. I think we all know. Let's not play, because I've talked to some of my male friends and they're like, no, yeah, there's a difference. What are some differences that you guys saw? I mean, I think we've kind of talked before about us having brothers and sisters and stuff like that. So what are some differences that... Yeah, La Lupe.
For me,
La Lupe.
I'm ready for this. This video was made for me.
It was.
En principio, I think in general, especially in my family, guys get a lot more freedom than girls. Bueno, así me ha pasado. So things that my brothers were allowed to do at a certain age, for me, it was a longer age. For example, like dating. Like, my little brother brought a girlfriend over, like, in elementary school, no?
¿Neta?
Yeah. Or 7th grade, 8th grade? Algo así.
7th, 8th grade is middle school.
Oh, it's because I went to elementary school that went all the way up to 8th grade. Sorry. Bueno, el chiste es que he wasn't in high school yet. And my parents were okay. Nothing. Pero me, I know. I wasn't allowed to date. Además, I don't even know if I'm allowed to date right now.
So my boyfriend is a secret. Hi, Mom. Oh my God.
There he is. No, but honestly, I think the first time I brought a boyfriend over, I think I was 18, and even then I was a little scared. Yeah.
Damn. Like, we'll tell them just kidding if they say something bad.
You're just kidding, but if you like it, not kidding.
I know, yeah. How's that?
But yeah, I definitely did notice like a lot of like freedom difference. Like my brothers were allowed to stay out later than I was. Yeah, for me it was just like freedom.
I think for me, I don't know if it was just a little bit different because the boy in our family is the baby of the family, so I think it got a mixture of both being the baby and being the only boy and just the boys in general. So for me, it wasn't really like going out and just things like that. My mom really didn't care, and I was very open with my mom as far as like if I had a crush on someone or just, you know, those things. I think my mom learned from my first sister that it was better for her to be open-minded, so that maybe, you know, so I wouldn't feel the need to do things behind her back type of thing.
That's where I messed up. No tengo an older sister. You know? Older sisters usually like pave the way.
No, I said no way. My sister, okay, let's correct that. She didn't pave the way. That bitch was like, like everywhere. I paved the way. And I'm just like, no, I think just, you know, out of experiences, my mom kind of learned, but she changed a lot with my little brother. Like,
they always do that. Like,
but he's babied a lot. And I think that's the difference that I've experienced in mine.
Ay, están viendo. ¿Les gusta o qué? Ay, sí,
I know. Wait. Time out. Say it again. ¿Les gusta?
¿Les gusta o qué? Well, for me, basically, lo mismo que tú. Like, he's a baby. The only guy is a baby. Pero, like you say, like going out or anything like that, no, I have never had an issue like with him as well. Like, no, él sale cuando quiere, yo salía cuando quería, like a la hora que íbamos a llegar, whatever, you know. But it's more on the chore side, like the chores. Like, we have chores to do, he doesn't. Like, we have more responsibilities in the house, and he doesn't. So I think that's the only. Pero I didn't really experience it like, ay, me caga, like, nah, whatever. I mean, he's huevón. You know, like.
Pero sometimes I feel like my brother's the same way. Bien pinche huevón. But sometimes I feel like he was made like that because of the way that he was raised. Es bien atenido, like, you know what I mean? Like, and
yeah, because we're always solving his problems, like everything. Yeah,
a girl.
That's true, though.
Don't get me started in solving problems because I'd be solving problems, but not my own. I think it's very much like that. Like, everything's always done for them, and it's like we're kind of left in the back burner. And like, I see that, and like, for example, like, I have a son, but I want him to know the same stuff that I know. Because, like, for example, like, I think about it, learning how to cook. Like, what if his future wife doesn't like cooking or whatever? Like,
so he doesn't know how to cook?
no, I'm saying, my little, I know, mi little princess, that's the way. I'm saying, like, for my son, I want to teach him how to wash his own clothes.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't have to depend on someone. Of course, if he finds a wife that enjoys doing that or something, like, I enjoy washing clothes. But, like, what if I didn't want to? Like, Red shouldn't be freaking waiting for me to do stuff for him. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like that double standard stuff. I don't know if it's because, like, older generations or what it is, but I swear, my mom, if you're watching this, shame on you, lady. I'm just like, don't watch this video, Mom.
She's playing you don't want her to?
I must see red, way. I must see red.
Muy red.
Yeah.
I think for me too, it's like when we talk about like washing clothes, when we talk about like cooking and cleaning, those aren't gender specific. Like, everybody needs those to live. So it's like, why is it put on one gender more than the other?
Mm-hmm. Did your brothers have to do, like, growing up, or even now? Do they?
No, but they did. But the thing is with them, like, I have to tell them for them to do it. If I don't tell them, they won't do it. But when I tell them, sí, a veces they might forget here and there. Pero sí les digo, like, okay, we gotta clean up. I'm gonna do this, this, and this, and you guys do this, this, and this. Pero it was never when my dad was around. Because when my dad was around, ellos no hicieron nada. And even to this day, like, I'm still expected to cook. I'm still expected to clean. I'm still expected to, like, serve my dad when he gets home from work. And my brothers pretty much just, like, throw out the trash and, like, do yard work. That's how, like, my parents have always, like, divvied it up. Like, I was in household, so I did, like, more domestic stuff, where my brothers went out to work with my dad, so they did more physical labor stuff. Mm-hmm. You know? And then I'd get mad at my mom because the only thing,
like, yo quiero ir allá a trabajar.
Yeah. No. Yo no quiero hacer nada.
Nada. I would get mad at my mom because my brothers really only had, like, taking out the trash, and then sometimes me mandaba a mí. Yo les dije, like, why me? Like, go tell your son. Ahí nada más anda haciendo. And then I think the thing that bugged me the most was, like, they were literally doing nothing, and I was, like, doing homework. I was in the middle of doing something, and they would choose to bug me instead of them that
What
are
did your mom, as a woman, like, how is she like old school, where it's like, no, Lupe, like, that's your things to do? Or, like, was she like,
she kind of just made mad and like, ay, pues, yeah, don't do nothing. And I'm like, okay. And then one time I got pissed porque ella dijo a mi papá, dijo que no le ayudaba en la casa, que I didn't do anything. And so what I do? I did nothing. I said, ¿para qué ves? Para que tu mentira va estar verdad.
Se puso en huelga. Se puso
Hell yeah. I was like, pues tú digas que no hago nada, so voy a hacer nada.
yeah, I thankfully, like, I didn't grow up in that sense. And mind you, me and my brother were 7 years apart. Are 7 years apart. So, like, it was a whole different kind of thing. But now that, I mean, as we grew older, again, like, I had to go to work, like, and at a certain age, I started my job. I bought my own first car. My mom literally, like, yes, maybe, like, let's say we were in the same phone plan. Like, I paid for my phone. I paid for my line. Es que me acuerdo de algo. Me está haciendo bullying. But, like, my brother, no. My mom le tuvo que regalar su primer carro. And I'm like, girl, I wanted a free car too. You know what I mean? And it's like, ay, pero pobrecito. And I'm like, why is it pobrecito? Like, I don't get that phrase. Like, he's perfectly healthy. He's smart. Like, he has all the potential, but I feel like my mom almost limits him. And it's like, girl, don't do that. ¿Y tú de qué me estabas haciendo bullying?
No, he wasn't
No. Vas a ver.
I think even too, it's just such a big thing, and I feel more in, like, the Latino community where boys are very much praised on. Son varón, son like even like my tías, I feel like they do prefer my brothers over me.
But you know what? I feel like I mean, my mom has said it, and I don't think I don't know. But hopefully she doesn't mean it like that. But, like, she always said, like, she always wanted a boy. Oh my gosh, she was like obsessed. Like she wanted a boy, and me and my sister were like,
Like,
you know, like we're here. You know what I mean? And then, like, I remember when she got pregnant with my little brother, her
She was
whole
so happy?
pregnancy. No, but her whole pregnancy, they told her that it was a girl. So my mom was devastated.
she was like, I don't want
No,
this girl.
and she was like, oh, like I always dreamed of my son's name being Alejandro. So she was like, my third daughter's name's gonna be Alejandra. Like that's it, you know, blah blah blah. So when my little brother was born, my mom said que el doctor le abrió las little legs y que le miró ahí, right? And my
your
mom
mom was so happy.
oh my god, said like my mom was so thrilled, and it was like, yeah, girl, you didn't tell me you were that happy with us. Like, you know what I mean? And I think that they do, like, I don't know what it is, but it's like, oh my god. Or even when people found out that I was having a boy, and by people I meant like my family,
Yeah.
like, great job.
It's always like I
Oh
feel
my,
especially when like there's a couple that only has girls, they're always like, oh, you wanna
When's the boy? You're gonna keep trying for the boy.
yeah. But when they only have boys, they never said, oh, you're gonna keep trying for the girls.
Not as often, but like I think it's more like, when are you gonna have your second child type of thing, you know? But I think, I mean, I hope that we change the generations to come, because we need to empower women. Like, girls are just as cool, you know what I mean? And boys are amazing, but we also need to not limit boys to doing certain things. Like,
For me, growing up too, like my dad would tell me, like when I was learning to cook and stuff, he would be like, bueno, because I would be like rebellious. He'd be like, ¿pa qué? Because he'd be like, pues por tu marido or whatever, right? And I'm like, yo no quiero eso. And he's like, well, you don't have to feed your marido, pero tus hijos sí le tienes que dar de comer.
y like, tampoco no quiero hijos.
Yeah.
I don't know why you...
But so it was kind of like that, where it's like, oh, you know, in his old-fashioned way, it does kind of make sense, in the sense of like, hey, let's say you rebel against not cooking, what are you gonna feed your kids, you know?
I don't like cooking. Hi, my name is Denise, and I don't like cooking. So
I like cooking. I don't like cleaning the dishes though.
I like cleaning. That's very like peaceful for me.
Wait.
But no. Que no, Lupe, no, que no me querías.
No te quiero, pero si limpias, claro que sí.
Ya me quedé su chacha, güey.
Sí.
So, you know what? Thank you for watching today's video.
Pues ya Lupe quería desahogarse con ese video. De hecho, era Lupe. It was Lupe's idea.
Para la familia López es...
Su hija está traumada.
No, es no shade.
I'm not appreciated. What's that one TikTok? I just want to be appreciated.
No, but see, there is a lot of a difference, and I think a lot of us can relate, or just like know families or whatever, and how they grew up and things like that. So I know we can't be the only ones that have experienced something like that. So let us know down below if this is something you guys could relate to. And yeah,
Thanks for watching.
period. We'll see you guys in our next video.
Bye.
Adiós, pórtense bien.
Vaya con Dios. Y te robó la frase. Vaya con Dios.